Let me see this.
She might be talking about the different plans we have.
Oh, different plans. Okay. So question from Lisa is about the different plans. All right, good question. So if we go to the different plans we have here. So let me share my screen again. All right, so we have the following plans. We have the hodler plan. This plan gives you access to all the indices, even the quant grade indices once we launch them on Friday, Black Friday. You get access to our premium investor newsletter. So basically, if you like Bill on camera, you get access to Bill via email. Right? Bill will about once or twice a week, we'll put together his market report and we'll email that to you every week, right? So 1 to 2 times. So typically it's once during the weekday, once during the weekend. Then we also email code reviews, right? So Andy on our team who does the thorough code reviews will go through and tell you what projects are good projects. So even though we're launching the quant grade, we'll still be doing the code reviews to tell you what projects are legit if you like the code reviews. Then you also get access to the top 20 market cap ratings. So this is for somebody who's maybe brand new to crypto and is not ready to go altcoin diving, right? You want to kind of play in a nice, safe sandbox, right? So top 20 is for the hodlers. And that's $20 a month, I mean, $30 a month. Or if you join for the annual plan, you get that for $360. Essentially, you're getting 3 months for free. Now, if you kind of wanting to venture outside the sandbox, we have the investor plan. This gives you access to the top 100 market cap projects plus the price predictions. So the AI price predictions, so those will still be there. But in a way, the kind of now, I think the quant grade is probably more accurate. But if you still like the price predictions, those will still stay there. And that's for the investor plan. So price predictions. So for example, if we go to, let me pull up an example coin here. All right, so let's say Bitcoin, right? Let me use Bitcoin as an example. All right, let's say you're trading Bitcoin. So this will get you price predictions on the top 100 Bitcoin coins. And our models, I mean, while not 100% accurate, they can tell you where the trend is going, right? And they can also act as kind of support, right? So here are our models. So these are rolling price predictions and they update daily. So we take historical pricing and we predict over the next day and the next 30 days where we think it's going, right? So in general, it's a nice guide on where the trend is going. So in this case, our models were calling for Bitcoin to not explode to 20K just yet. Even though Bitcoin has been performing better than our models thought, it's still a nice guideline as to where the market could possibly go, right? Because our models have Bitcoin kind of going sideways and going back to about 16,600. Between that and 17,500, which means Ethereum could go on the run and alts could go on the run as well, right? Because if we go to Ethereum, for example, let's go to Ethereum and look at that price prediction. Ethereum is now over 500. It actually touched 600 briefly when I was checking social media, right? So Ethereum has actually been moving a lot faster than we expected, right? As you see here, it's basically just gone on a tear, right? So the price prediction is not something we would use for day trading. It's something for somebody who wants to have a better understanding of where the trend is going, right? If you're day trading, I would use the daily grade that we have. So we'll have a daily grade and a weekly grade for swing traders. And then let us know down in the comments below if you like us to add something for hourly timeframes, like 4-hour timeframe. Then going back to the pricing, then if you want to become a professional investor, if you have goals of becoming a full-time investor in crypto, or if you already are a full-time investor, this is where you get access to our team. So we have a private Telegram group. We have private alerts channel where Bill posts TA. We have bi-weekly calls every 2 weeks where we sometimes bring on guests from other projects. So we've had the COO and co-founder of Matic Network on for half an hour to talk about Matic and answer any questions to our customers. We had the CEO of Cypherium come and talk about his project and answer any questions from investors. We're thinking of bringing on some other people, right? We're thinking of reaching out to maybe PokerSwap CEO, Makoto, who's actually in the network already. So we'll see if he's available because we know they're beginning to make moves. That's a project that's basically going to try to become the Uniswap for Polkadot, and we're always taking input from other customers. And then you also get full access to all the platforms, all the coins. So right now we have about 300 coins, and with the coin grade now being fully automated, we'll be able to ingest even more coins. We want to get to over 3,000 coins. So if we do that, you'd have access to all of that, to all those coins. So this can be life-changing, I think. So those are the three plans. Price points for investor plan, $75 a month or $900 a year. 3 months free if you do the annual. Same with professional, that's $300 a month or $3,600 a year if you do the annual package with 3 months off. Bill, any comments to add?
Yes, invest in yourself, right? This is not an easy time for anybody. And it can be difficult to figure out when to part with money and for what. An investment in Token Metrics is an investment in you understanding cryptocurrency before everyone else does. In other words, you're not too early, you're not too late, you're right on time. So I know that in any business, you know, that point where you have to actually hand the card over and pay creates a little bit of hesitation. Honestly, I would encourage you to just move through that, push past it, set it aside. Because what we want to give you is empowerment to make money work for you instead of you working for money. But you got to take the step. You got to type the card number in, and we would just encourage you to do that because we want to help you and we believe in you as well as our product.
Yeah. I mean, actually, that brings up a good story. So back in 2017, this was early 2017, me and my friends, we were trading crypto via our own friends Telegram group. And for the first time, we said, you know what, let's go to this conference. But we were on the fence. This was Token Summit. We were on the fence. I was like, this conference was charging $500. At that point, I never paid for a conference because every time I was going to a conference, either it was free, basically a meetup, or my company, IBM, would pay for it. So for the first time I said, should I spend $500 to go to fly to New York for this conference? Because at that point, I never met anybody outside of my friends who were in crypto. And I said, you know what? I think it's going to be a great investment. So spent $500, got the ticket, bought the flight, went to New York, and it was a blast. I mean, the people I met there, so at that conference, we saw Tezos pitch. We saw Civic pitch. We saw a bunch of other projects. But I mean, that's when it showed me, you know what? Crypto is real. For the first time, I met people who were smart in crypto. Because before, I was just behind Telegram groups, right? Because before, it was pretty much like anonymous people. But I went there, I said, you know what? This is legit. Like, there's some serious people building serious technology. And that's when I went all in on crypto. I came back and I just learned more, right? So, because at that conference, I also learned about ICOs. So the value add was in the people I met there who changed my life. Because for the first time ever, I met somebody, this was at the Sia Coin meetup at a bar. This guy, young guy in a suit at a bar from California. I said, so what's your story? He told me he got into crypto back in like 2015 maybe, and he invested in the Ethereum ICO. And when he invested, kind of like how Bill mentioned, he thought he was late. But somebody else told him, kind of as Bill said, you're not too late, you're not too early, you're right on time. This guy got into the Ethereum ICO, which was around 30 cents. I mean, the rest is history because he launched a crypto hedge fund after that. Right? But I mean, had I not met that person, had I not gone to that conference, I may not have been all in on crypto like I was. Because meeting the people face to face in person and seeing how they made money, because for the first time ever at that conference, I met crypto millionaires. And they were all telling me they made their money in ICOs. So that's how I got into ICOs. I was like, you know what? Why am I trading these small coins when everybody I met at the conference who's basically an OG made money this way? So that's how I got involved in ICOs, right? Well, and now we kind of have the same, right? You have us, our team here, live streams, and We're also thinking of doing a live event in person soon. We know it's COVID, so trying to see how that can happen. But I mean, I'm moving to Texas, to Austin, so might be hosting a Token Metrics meetup there. And Bill's close by in Houston, so maybe we can all have Bill and I live in person for a Token Metrics event. Maybe even bring in some other people from the Austin crypto community. So stay tuned. But we definitely want to show you that. I mean, you're not too late, you're not too early, you're right on time. Just go to tokenmetrics.com and subscribe on Black Friday. Make sure you're on the newsletter, tokenmetrics.com/newsletter, subscribe. And as we like to say, I mean, we'll take you to the moon and beyond.